The first requirement of anybody to do this job is inordinate stamina. If you ain't got stamina, don't do it. You got to drive the bus. You have to lead the way. That's the term direction. That's what it's about. If you're nervous and neat, don't do it. If you can't thrive on stress, don't do it. Okay? Because you got to embrace stress. Stress for me is being inactive. I get very stressed if I'm not working. If I'm working and it's coming every direction, I'm completely relaxed. The hardest single thing to do as a filmmaker is to choose your subject. What are you going to do? A bit like being a painter, what are you going to paint? And when you first begin, there's a million options, and because one tends to go in circles, what am I going to make this film about? What is my story? What is my script going to be about? As you get more experienced or get more, older, your choices become more focused. When I first started, I didn't know what to do other than the fact I knew I wanted to make a film. And I couldn't get a camera until I wrote a script, which is the best lure in the world. You want that Bolex, which is a clockwork camera, you gotta write the screenplay. I would not experience real dealing with real actors till I was 40. I was terrified of actors because I didn't know how to talk to them. So everything tended to be how it would look, and stand here and go back there, move here and do this. So it was kind of cart before the horse, really. And I was on this learning curve where I made quite a few mistakes. Doing television commercials helped enormously, polishing the chit-chat between me and the person in front of the lens, but because most takes are no longer than 20 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. It's more about capturing a moment, or somebody looking particularly beautiful, or somebody looking particularly dramatic in a 4-second shot. It's more about the image than delivery of line. I know more about what I'm doing than the average director because I storyboard everything. And I do it personally. I have to. It's not stick figures, it's real close-up medium board. So I'm already boarding in relation to this locations I've seen, or the sets I'm planning. So I know exactly organically how a scene's going to move. And that confidence bleeds to the actor. So I found inordinate trust almost immediately. What makes a good story is a good yarn. Frequently you can get mired and get stuck in your own sludge with getting too intellectual. I think if you can tell the story, what this film is about, in more or less 30 seconds or a minute, less than a minute, then you've probably got something, because everything else after that is enlargement. So if the picture is a narrative, that's good, right? Some of the greatest films tend to be more visual than wordy. Everything that you know now is my own personal experience, so there's no generic learning process. The one learning process is to get a camera, go do it. There's no excuse right now where you haven't got celluloid running through that. You can organize 3 buddies this weekend, go off and make a goddamn movie. Also, authority is terribly important. So even if you're pretending that you know what you're doing at the beginning, try to pretend properly.